We're live. Okay. What's up, guys? Connor Ferguson here. ARD post-race show. Here with Noah Nelson, Caleb Slowha for our post-Daytona 500 episode. We did not. Hello, dog. That's Indy, correct, Caleb?
Yep.
What a
Indianapolis if he's in trouble.
Is his full name Indianapolis or just Indianapolis 500?
It's really just Indy, but sometimes it's Indianapolis, sometimes it's Indiana Jones. You know.
Sometimes he's just Indiana.
Yep, sometimes it's just Indiana.
Fascinating. We did not. I was. Two things. First off, brought to you by Chris Weiser, the Weiser Companies. Appreciate them. Probably going to have a new company on here Tuesday if I get this ad written. That's on me. Anyways, did not on purpose try to go head-to-head with Gluck and Bianchi's stream. I love both those guys. I noticed they went live like 10 minutes ago. We've been planning to do 8 for 3.5 hours. I think all of us were at one of our family's houses for dinner or some form of that. But I wanted to get something on here for the Daytona 500. It's one of the biggest races of the year. It's what we want to do for big races. And especially with what we saw today, plenty to talk about. Tyler Reddick gets the win for 23-11. Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin continue the winning ways from the lawsuit, I guess you could say. He talked about the momentum from that. Front Row Motorsports getting a win this weekend as well at Daytona. What are your kind of opening thoughts here? Where did you watch the race? How did you watch it? And what was it like taking it in for you guys?
So, okay, I'll take it then. I'll take it. Don't worry. Not everybody at once.
Dude, I thought I was on such a big delay. I was like, is my microphone on?
No,
I'm going through my checks right now.
I was going to let Caleb go. But no, watched it here at my apartment. Really, really good race, I felt like. And then we had the fuel saving in the last quarter, and that completely that soured me a little bit, to be honest. I hate seeing cars go 170 miles an hour in the draft, doing 50 to 70% throttle, and just blockading all 3 lanes. So that was my biggest gripe that I'll have with today for sure. I picked Bubba Wallace to win. He led the most laps, had a shot at it. So I hate that I couldn't come on here and say I was right, but 23-11 car still won the race.
You're on the right side.
Yeah, all 4 of their cars were really good today. Heim led laps, ran up front for a lot of the late portion till he got damaged and had to go back. Reddick obviously wins the race. Bubba leads the most laps. Riley Herbst there at the end. He was there all day, top 5, top 10, it felt like.
Well, we had 3 23-11 cars in the top 10. So, I mean, That's pretty impressive, especially considering the majority of the field was involved in a wreck at some point.
Oh, yeah. The only car in all of Speed Weeks not involved in an accident. Give a shout out to Josh Berry and the Wood Brothers. Everybody else had some major or minor mishap of some kind. And so I want to say they brought it home P9 today for Barry as well. So
give me 1 second and I will be able to tell you.
Yeah, we got finishes to talk about today. Finishes matter now. So that's fucked up.
And stage points matter like way more than just playoff points.
Let's talk. We can just do that. Okay, if you guys got comments, questions, anything to, I can't cuss yet. Whatever you'd like to say, put it in the comments section. I got a nice little bush light here. I have a matching koozie to my Jeff Gordon T-shirt. I feel like that makes me unbiased, but now I'm going back to Chase Elliott losing at the last second and Jeff Gordon putting his face in his hands. And kind of realizing that it's the opposite of unbiased. But I think all y'all knew I was a Chase Elliott guy if I had to pick one. But anyway, I'm more of a Larson guy, more of a Stenhouse guy, Chase Briscoe, anyone that's done an interview with us. So once Chase does, he'll jump all the guys. We'll get it cleared out. No, what was I on?
We don't know.
Stages.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Just do not waste caution laps on stages. What are we doing? What the hell are we doing?
I've been saying that the whole time.
And I've been saying it for 6 years too. I know.
Especially when you know that you've got weather impending at any time in southern Florida like you do. No point wasting half an hour under yellow just so you can pace to a certain lap and then open pit road.
It's even worse in the minor leagues and in the Trucks Xfinity ARCA series where they're wasting multiple caution laps. The race is 80 laps long. It's like, dude, you're wasting more than 1% of the race every time you go around.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I don't know if the guy that did the hell yeah bit and all the cool commercials we've seen, I don't know if he can speak up or what needs to happen. But if that guy could, or girl, whatever they may identify as, if they could do their thing and hell yeah their way into no more stage breaks, that'd be awesome.
Mark Martin on Twitter said he wants to work on the stages. He said it's going to be more of an uphill battle than the points were. He said NASCAR loves it and the TV loves it. But listen, man, if I want anybody advocating for me and the changes that I want made, I want it to be Mark Martin. So
he's definitely had some accolades where you need to listen to him as a white person of the year.
I totally forgot about that bit.
What bit? That's a legitimate award.
Yeah, the Antonio Brown.
Yeah. Caleb, your thoughts on Cracker of the Year?
No, I don't have any thoughts on that. I will say, we averaged about 6 laps per caution, little over that, I would say. Can we talk about, though, the impressive thing? So we did end up with 9 cars that were out of the race. Like we said, a lot of cars were, involved in some sort of incident. But we ran 168 laps under green today. And I think that's, just going off the gut. I don't have any data of the last couple of years to, compare that to. But obviously we had the fuel saving deal. I don't know, how you're going to change that. Especially when one manufacturer pretty much decides that they're going to sit at the front of the field to make sure that
a 3-lane blockade.
Okay, I'm going to do something that's probably frowned upon. Can I ask you guys? Can I ask dumb questions? Do you think you can answer this for me?
But you do all the time, Connor. Go ahead.
Thank you, Caleb. It's about time I was respected around here. Okay, what is stopping anyone from dropping down to a 4th lane on either side, passing them at full throttle, and making them not save fuel?
Well, if you watch me try to pass the AI when I created my own lane in NASCAR 25, my good friend Caleb Slawhager will tell you that typically doesn't go well for me. So I
have no problems.
Hey, listen, if we get rid of the double yellow line rule, they could do it.
They don't have that on that game either.
No, they don't. So
that helps a little bit.
Wow, Caleb goes into the abyss.
Okay. Sorry, one of my group chats, I just got 3 notifications of all caps messages. I just had to check and make sure no one died or
probably important
inspection or anything. Caleb is back. Are you on a different background now?
No, it's the same, but the dog was scratching at the door to leave my room, so
fair enough. Once again, a reminder, if you guys have any questions, comments, anything you want to say about us, go for it. Put it in there. We'll read them. We'll react to them.
Don't say anything about our moms taking a bath or anything like that.
That was weird, man.
We had some AI chatbots in the last episode. I'm still pretty pissed off that they didn't let me read some of the comments that I found out after the show, what they said.
I'm getting the water ready, Connor.
Okay. Another thing I wanted to talk a little bit about. NASCAR held the caution flag. And hot seat for Caleb. hot seat for Caleb. You're going to call Chase Elliott NASCAR's golden boy? A blatant spot for them to throw the yellow for both Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Chase Elliott, and they said, "Nope, those guys suck. We're gonna keep this one green." And despite the safety of all the drivers on the track, they kept it green. And Tyler Reddick wins the race in epic fashion. I thought it was a bit dangerous myself, but
sorry.
I loved holding it. I love everything about holding the flag. Let them race it out as long as you can, as long as it's safe enough. I absolutely loved it. It seemed to be a trend this weekend.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, Noah, if you know, they got a new competition director this year, right?
Or like, I feel like they had an interim one last year.
Yeah.
At the end.
Wasn't it that I don't know, his name started with a J and I don't remember who it was, but that he had left. But yeah, it seemed like the trend this weekend was like, let's see what happens before we just, and I'm all fine with that. I'm really fine with either way that they go, but we just need to be consistent about it. That's the biggest thing.
We did replace Dusan Hamilton with 6 races left. Sorry if I
yes, thank you.
Butchered the pronunciation on that. So last 6 races of the year, we had a new competition director, and so that just even this year.
Like Saturday, we saw the Corey Day thing, which Connor was really upset about, but like that's the perfect time not to throw a caution.
I will agree with you.
Good. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah. Roll credits. It's over.
I think some people need to figure out when I'm tweeting too, especially like during anything that's going on, there's a 70% chance it's tongue in cheek. And I'm sorry I can't give you a better gauge or anything. You're going to have to guess. You're going to have to find out by my replies to people if it is or not. A little tongue in cheek, but the other side of that is like, what do we need to do to draw the caution? If he just whips it around and just stops in the middle of the track, is that good enough? Is that going to bring the caution out? Because I thought he got penalized for limping it around safely. And I think that is kind of a double-edged sword. I don't think there's a right answer to it. But yeah, like you said, it just needs to be consistent. And I thought they were way more consistent this weekend than they've been over the last 4 years, Noah.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. They really,
I think they're pretty consistent over COVID. Honestly, I don't know why that year sticks out to me, but so like the last 4 or 5 years, I don't think they've been as consistent as they were this weekend.
I feel like in the past they've been extremely reactionary. That like as far as like they'll make a call at Daytona, and people will hate that call, and then you go the next week to Atlanta. And they go, okay, well, you guys didn't like the call that we made, so we went the complete opposite way. And then people also hated that because everything is a case-by-case basis, like as far as why and when you throw the yellow flag, because, that's an important button to press. So I liked that they held the yellow today. I felt a pit in my gut as soon as they started crashing because I was like, I'm going to get a flaccid, like, NASCAR on Fox graphic showing me somebody ahead of somebody else, and that's the finish of the race because it came down to a press of a button. I appreciated getting to watch them race it out.
Shout out to my dirt co-host Eric Bridger for commenting, rambling on a podcast. That's typical for Connor. It is. You're absolutely right. What's his username? Local 690 says to promote the Patreon benefits of supporting the show via Patreon. I'm with you. I appreciate the comment. If you get on there, you can donate. I think it's $5, $10, or $20 a month. You can donate a custom amount too, and everyone gets the Patreon updates that are hidden behind a paywall. Helps us keep going. Another little revenue stream for us. And you get a bunch of rumors, mostly on the dirt side of things. I need to be more hands-on about that. It has been a quiet portion for the dirt stuff, and I don't want to just my goal with that is I want there to always be something that's important for you to read. I don't want you to read stuff that you could read anywhere else for free. In that section and mask it as like here's some news, here's some rumors, and it's like, well, Gio Scelzi could still be in the same car he's in now. Could not, that's also hyperbole. They made up a headline, but appreciate everybody for supporting. We're gonna make up some more stuff for that Patreon stuff as we go forward and get shirts going too. So that's all in the works. We're working on. I apologize for the delays. Hello, Josh. Josh covered and enjoyed I think he enjoyed it. I don't think he'll like me saying that. He's unbiased. But you and I clobbered Drake today. It's 24 points or something for Jeff Gordon. Back to Daytona. Back to the important stuff while we're here. Hold on. I had it. Justin Allgaier. What was that?
I'm glad he took 100% blame for it because it was 100% his fucking fault. We're 16 minutes in. So
I agree. Well, you got to be looking in your mirror. You can't just leave half a lane there.
The spotter communication too, when he's like, well, I thought I said outside.
I think the spotter audio, someone tweeted the spotter audio, and the last 4 words he said were outside, 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 outside.
Yeah.
I think whatever they showed on the broadcast was very misleading.
They were talking about this. So what Noah's referring to and what was on the broadcast was they were talking about the spotter audio after the wreck. And that's where the spotter was like, well, I think I said outside.
Yeah, that was spotter to crew chief communication. And so
listen, this is my thing. And I've been telling this to my friends for years now. Like, Justin Allgaier continues to just make these rookie mistakes, like the mistakes that you would expect out of a Zilich, a Hocevar, these guys that are kind of new and still getting into it. Allgaier makes these mistakes that you would expect from, a guy who has not been around for 20 years. And he makes them on super speedways. He makes them at normal tracks. I mean, it's
just says Daytona's not a normal track.
Okay, well, outside of super speedways.
Why are you calling Daytona abnormal? It's as much of a track as all the other tracks, Caleb.
You guys are wild.
It's living its truth.
Josh says, as good as Allgaier's been historically at Daytona, I'm surprised he missed time to block to cause that wreck. As Noah said, it was good to hear he took all the blame. Yeah, and I think one of the key things of that, too, is, I think we all know Dale Jr. is going to call it like he sees it. So I'm sure he kind of, told Allgaier about himself as well. But
now, Allgaier did have a quote in the middle of the race that I enjoyed that said, hey, Dale, I think Dale said he liked seeing him out front, and Allgaier said, I figured you'd like that. I guess I'm done for the day. I'll have the fire suit all good and ready to go for you. Yeah, I thought it was so ironic because they were going and looking at my dad. I'm like, please don't wreck at the end of the stage. There's no reason to. And then they wreck, and then they run out the end of the stage under caution. And that was almost as much of a joke as the 3-wide field saving. I fell asleep for 3 laps. I'm not joking.
We paced for 20 minutes.
It's between the pace lap there and then what the third stage was. I was like, I thought that was a good race beforehand. I also think visually it looks the same. If you didn't know they were fuel saving, you'd have no idea. If they didn't put that stuff, and I'm not saying the broadcast should hide that from the fans. I think that's the opposite way to go. But it's got to be fixed. We can't be fuel saving for 75% of a stage.
I could tell, like we could tell when we were watching. I mean, it's not like it's like a noticeable difference.
You can tell if you're looking at the speeds on the side. Anything.
I don't have the speeds on the side during. I mean, we could tell just by.
No, you do on the scoreboard.
No, not the way that I watch.
Oh, dude, our 4K channel didn't work today, and people were raving about how good the 4K channel was. And I'm like, I'm not resetting the dish in the middle of the race. I've seen the thing take 20 minutes to reboot. We're not doing that. No chance.
Yeah. So, but you could tell that they were slowing down, and then you could tell when they were starting to speed up. Now I'm going to contradict what I literally just said, and I'm going to tell you I was watching the speeds via NASCAR time and scoring, and it was kind of insane to see them go 47.9 second laps. Then we 48, 49. We went all the way to like what, 54 second lap?
We were 52 or 54. We were right in that range. But then we were hitting 45, like 46 is like when we were rolling.
So, and you compare that with the fastest lap of the race was set by Carson Hocevar on lap 108, and that was a 45.5. So
what's the point situation? Does he get a point for that?
Yes.
Yeah, he does get 1 point for that. Yep. And shout out to everybody that's watching right now. We have 100 viewers just right now, so it's continuing.
We should go up head to head with Gluck and Bianchi more often.
Yeah.
But we just lost one. Fuck.
Maybe it was Jordan. Who knows? But yeah, so
that's it.
Tyler Reddick survives a crazy final lap. I mean, that's the only thing you can call it is crazy. Gets Denny Hamlin a Daytona 500 as a team owner. Michael Jordan is now a Daytona 500 champion as a team owner. He was saying his ring size in victory lane. So
he's got more titles than LeBron and more Daytona 500s now.
He definitely more Daytona 500s.
I think it's safe to say who's better. It's been settled.
Yeah, that's kind of, I mean, like Jimmy Johnson's better than Jeff Gordon. So
nice. Okay.
And I'll have you guys know right now the point situation. If the chase started today, Caleb, I kept doing this during the race. Caleb was getting mad. Noah Gregson's got the last spot on Michael McDowell by 1 point. So, close race already, guys.
I have a question. We're doing both fantasy and the 36 for 36 as a staff. And I didn't know 36 for 36 did stage points. No one told me that. I would have bet completely different, but I still think I'm up there. I can't look at the standings, and I'm supposedly the leader. My 36 for 36 guy was Stenhouse.
I had John Hunter, and at lap 35, I said, hey, I think that was a pretty good pick. And then he ended up getting.
I know. I want the respect on this show as the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Listen, did I clinch a playoff spot?
We 1 week down. We don't even have to worry about you because by week 10 you won't even be participating anymore. So
that's true. I have a thing where every fantasy team I've ever done in my life, I've forgotten to set the lineup. I think the furthest I've made it was 8 weeks into a year, and that was because of a relationship, and I was doing it with their family. So not looking good for the odds, but we'll see.
Always racing fantasy football is going to be a lot of fun, Caleb. Once we hit September,
we're not doing that.
But yeah, we'll have to keep everybody updated. Every Wednesday show, we'll have to keep everybody updated on how
that can be. Yeah, and you can remind me to do my picks.
But yeah, the big thing is I also didn't know that the 36 for 36 was with stage points and everything. So
yeah,
I just like the premise that you get to pick. I mean, we had some of my other friends join, and they were like, "So what's the limit of how many times I can pick them a year?" And I'm like, "1. You get 1." So
I love how you set up the easiest one to explain to people, and like I was telling my dad about it. He's like, "So you can't just fucking use them again?"
Yeah, it's going to be interesting because mine today was Cody Ware.
Hey, you look good for a bit there, though.
Hey, he had that run to the front. By the way, that was I don't know how we got there. I want to go back and watch that. I have it set on DVR at my parents' house. Probably this week I will. I was shocked. My dad was like, "There's no way he's actually correct."
This is him.
Josh says he's talking about me on Friday. Caleb, that doesn't count. He's a staff member.
Allegedly.
He wasn't the only one, so that's why I didn't specifically call him out. But yeah, he is him. So, Local 690.
Awesome.
Main reason he became a fan of the show is because of infield beers and wants to know when we get infield beers at NASCAR. That one,
I will say, Local 690, incredibly difficult. We will try to set something up in Iowa. It's going to have to be pre-set up. So the magic of infield beers is we go to the best story on the dirt track. I would say if the given race has 43 drivers in it, that 42 of their PR people in NASCAR are not willing to let them walk down pit road and drink a beer with me. But I will try. We will try, especially at Iowa Speedway this year. We'll see what we can do because I know people love that segment and what we do with that. We'll get a lot of these guys, whether it's over beers like we had Stenhouse last year or on a Casey Kane Friday afternoon where Casey's thrown off guard by me asking about Casey Kane Friday. We'll have it all around Knoxville Nationals and when they're all down there in Iowa anyways. So, but yeah, incredibly hard to pull off at Iowa Speedway. Didn't help I was in a wheelchair this year, but the leg's feeling really good now. So,
well, that's part of the problem too. Is I mean, everybody immediately goes to get on a plane right after the races, but yeah, I mean, hey, maybe we could get Stenhouse to do it after the Iowa race.
We already had him for beers last year, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, but I'm saying in the
we could definitely ask Stenhouse.
I've had beers with Caleb more than once. I'm sure you could do it with Stenhouse more than once.
Yeah, we could definitely ask Ricky. He might even say like, let's just do it at Knoxville. So if we did one on the Iowa Speedway pit road, I would want it to be someone we can't get at Knoxville, just based on what the coverage is going to look like too. So you guys might be hovering down in an RV with me. We'll see what the whole week looks like.
What about Alex Bowman? You're all buddies with him too.
Yeah, I need to talk. Well, the main connection we had, that's off air. I have connections with Alex. We'll try for Alex. He might be coming to Knoxville. It really depends on because next year it's Iowa on the night of 360 Nationals, right?
I think so.
Or the day after. So it'll be that weekend. So we'll see if any of those guys are out there. Or we'll get them Sunday night and we'll get them at Iowa Speedway and we'll roll into the Capitani Classic completely blind and then just do it again after the race is over. That's their like Bud shootout. If you guys didn't know, they have that Sunday of the Knoxville Nationals. I can't wait. We're talking about Knoxville Nationals in February, so that's good.
Well, that's not a surprise coming from you, but Local 690 do appreciate it. On top of the Knoxville Nationals, we're hoping to have some good stuff together for this year at the Nationals. So we're excited, and if that's something that you guys are interested in, be sure to stay tuned. We're cooking this year. We've already started getting into some good things, and we got some more good things coming.
The more places we can go, the more people we can talk to, the more fun we will have for sure.
Like a Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah, man. Hey, cool bug fact. I share a birthday with Dr. Seuss.
I share a birthday with Steph Curry. How's that? Is that better or worse?
I
think Dr. Seuss beats Curry.
Can you shoot a 3-point ball like Curry?
No.
See, then I don't know.
Nobody can. He's the best basketball player.
Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point. Josh Olmstead, if you're still watching, I know you're loving our Steph Curry discourse.
We have notable finishes to talk to now that the points are what they are. And I think people that have listened to me for the last 4 years are going to be shocked to hear me say this because they've just heard me continue to hammer the point that the Winston Cup, the regular season, the different format standings that aren't the actual format that we're seeing on track don't freaking matter. I don't want to hear them. I don't want to see them. I don't care about them. I want to talk about what's going on the track and what's going on in the standings. So it used to be playoffs. Now we're talking about finishes. And Dr. Seuss not being a 4-time NBA champion. It's completely fair. Thank you, Josh.
How does this affect LeBron's legacy?
I mean, I will say there was no, like, the celebration was very, obviously it was emotional because it was Reddick and everything like that. But like,
I thought the celebration was picturesque as it gets.
Well, yeah, but there was also no, we're in the playoffs. Like there was none of that. And
I thought that overshadowed like the crown jewel events. Like even
I mean, I agree.
Bubba winning the Brickyard, like it didn't.
Yeah, it's very much a thing of like Tyler Reddick won the Daytona 500. Tyler Reddick didn't just affect what happens in September now. He can savor this moment and the fact that he won the Daytona 500, and now next week he can start the working every week towards going for a championship. So yeah, it's kind of one of those bittersweet moments where it's like he can focus on being the 500 champion, but now he still has a long road to go in order to compete for a championship. It's not even a given that he'll be in the chase, although it is likely.
I'm going to go down the list. I'm just going to pick out finishes. I'm going to read off notable ones. How's that? There's going to be a lot because now we have full season points. So, all right, Tyler Reddick won. Ricky Stenhouse got second. Third was Joey Logano. Fourth, Chase Elliott. Fifth, Brad Keselowski. Zane Smith got sixth with 41 points, I believe.
Stage 1 winner.
Second most of the day. I don't know how that compares to the points earned in the duels, which don't get me started. We got points on points on points that just jumble things up. Chris Buescher, 7th. Riley Herbst, 8th. That's a pretty big upset. I'm kind of shocked by that. Josh Berry, 9th. Bubba Wallace, 10th. Noah Gragson, 11th. William Byron got 12th. This is okay. Daniel Suarez, 13th. Ty Dillon, 14th. Kyle Busch, 15th. Do you guys think at all that Kyle Busch had a chance to win this one?
I mean, he did.
He had a great car. He just had the same – it's kind of the same thing that happened to Blaney where they were up front and then that big crash happened and then they had to pit and repair their damage and they were in the back and then we were fuel saving the rest of the way so nobody could make headway.
He did lead the third most laps of the day, so
I'm with you. Kyle Larson gets 16th in a Frankenstein car. Your guy Cody Noah got 17th, takes home 20 points. Carson Hocevar 18th, AJ Allmendinger 19th, Ross Chastain 20th, Eric Jones 21st, Michael McDowell 22nd, Ty Gibbs 23rd, Cole Custer 24th, Ryan Preece 25th, John Hunter 26th, Ryan Blaney 27th, Corey Heim 28th, Jimmy Johnson 29th. Man, I can't believe Johnson's just
Johnson
not all there anymore.
Johnson was running top 15 that whole last stint, and then and he announced 2027 Daytona 500 will be his last Cup race ever. He said that's it, no more after that. So we're already into 2027 silly season, guys.
He's on the John Cena farewell tour.
He is.
AJ Styles tour. SVG, for as good as he looked at times, runs 30th, only takes home 7 points. Denny Hamlin only takes home 6 points, runs 31st. There's our first not notable one, but I won't say his name. It's not notable. Connor Zilish, 33rd, only takes home 4 points. Austin Cindric takes home 12 points despite finishing 34th. Christopher Bell, 35th. Chase Briscoe, 36th. Austin Dillon, 37th. Bowen 40th.
Who was your not notable? Because you can't go through the entire results.
It was notable results, and the not notables were Casey Mears in 32nd, Justin Allgaier in 38th, Todd Gilliland in 39th, and BJ McLeod in 41st.
It's wild that you turned the.
There's got to be a line for notable, Caleb. Okay,
It's a pretty far down the line.
Not a high bar to clear. So if you're pissed that your driver didn't get mentioned in it, then talk to them.
There's one of your notables in particular I do want to touch on. Riley Herbst.
I can't imagine which one it is.
Yeah, number one, Riley got his best career finish today with that 8th place finish. That's his career best in the Cup Series. I thought today was the best race he ran of his career. Honestly, at the Cup level, he was kind of in it all day. Now, I want to ask you guys what you think about his move in the tri-oval that very, very much pissed off Brad Keselowski.
Is it not the Daytona 500?
See, it's hard for me to be mad at him for trying to win the biggest race of the year and the tri-oval.
Here's the thing. We're not even going to sit here and say, well, everything was calm until that point. Like, shit had already unleashed at that point. Like, everything was a disaster at that point. So
I'm more pissed at him for not pushing Chase Elliott or Ricky Stenhouse to the win.
Oh yeah, he was going to push Chase Elliott right past his teammate.
That's what I was hoping for.
That would have been real great.
If he times that move and gets in front of Brad's run, he might win that race. And Brad could have also probably won that race if Riley had made a different move. It's a game of inches, like Riley had said in his interview. So
I'm getting a report from Josh Olmstead, our guy. He says Herb's spotter told him to go high. It's not on Riley. Okay, that makes up a lot for me. I do like Caleb's argument of is it or is it not the Daytona 500? It is.
Yeah, and for one, it's the Daytona 500. You get to that point, everything's off. Like, teammate, not a teammate, like, everything kind of just whatever. But, like, it wasn't like Herbst was the guy that just sent everything into chaos either. So,
well, and it's not that long ago. It doesn't feel that long ago, at least for me, that Brad Keselowski was the young driver going for a hole where it.
No, we're not going to do that today. We're not going to have
what? Whoa! Did you just censor?
He did just censor me. Absolutely.
That was either the most trigger finger. What he said? Hole? Is that what got you?
Because I knew exactly where he was going with it. So we don't tolerate Brad Keselowski slander on this.
I'm not slandering. I'm just saying.
I was that 09, that black and yellow and red 09 car. What? Don't look at me like that. At Talladega?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was in that car, he was going for everything.
Yeah, well, and then I'm also really, really talking about the 2014 AAA Texas 500, where.
Who could forget?
Stop doing that.
That's the last time I promised, but I knew you were going to bring up the damn Texas race.
I will never be okay after that.
What do you do?
The 2014 Texas Fall. Brad goes for a hole on the last restart, makes contact with Jeff. Jeff's tire goes down. Jeff finishes 29th, and he does not get his 5th ring. Yeah. That's about how I look at
coming back to me now. I have the same energy in my body at Matt Kenseth for the 2006 Bristol race. Although that was the spring, but that fucked up the entire season.
And then he got him back at Chicago later that year. He got Kenseth back.
There's never been a moment of motorsports payback I've seen in my life than my 8-year-old self going, oh my God, he got him. He's fucking got him. And Matt Kenseth was in the vicinity, and I was like, oh, wreck the fuck out of him, Jeff. Please just wreck him. And that was
he listened to you.
Oh, so vindicated. And my dad's sitting there just watching me go crazy over it. Oh, good times. Thanks, Noah. I didn't need to remember Texas, but what did Newman do? Did Newman do something to Gordon in 15?
No, it wasn't what he did to Gordon. It was what he did to Larson. Final corner of Phoenix, 2014. Coming to the checker, Jeff is in. Newman plows through Larson, young rookie Kyle Larson, and he gets the spot he needs to beat Jeff into the Final Four at Homestead, and then still almost does the Matt Crafton and wins the damn thing without a win.
Next, you're gonna tell me he somehow wronged Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Just anyone associated with us here. No, okay. I figured there was at least one. That's okay. Well, Ryan Newman, decent person, I think. Do you guys have anything else we haven't talked about? I know we're going to do more in-depth stuff, more kind of organized on Wednesday. Kind of talking about everything. I thought it was terrible that they only got 24 minutes of post-race when they moved the start time up by an hour, only to go to and I'm a journalist. This is going to shock some people for me to say it. It might make me look a little bit immature, but I don't need to hear about the Epstein list on the national news for the 17th straight day in a row. And I sure as hell don't need to go from a live sporting event to fucking that. What are we doing?
We didn't even interview the second place guy, and he's clearly doing interviews in the background of other people's interviews.
Oh, was he in the background of other people?
Yeah, that bright ass red Chef Boyardee
suit. Talking about like he probably got banged up and didn't want to do an interview. I was like, regardless.
No, he was right. He was in the camera shot.
God,
he was getting interviewed by other people.
For as good as Fox was today, still just really bad sometimes. The tri-oval wreck where the car comes back onto the tri-oval and we don't see a fucking lick of it was absolutely mind-blowing. I can't remember a wreck where they followed the guys going into the grass away from everybody else.
Yeah, they definitely have gotten better about some things, which is great. Like NASCAR, I feel like is starting to finally listen and
Josh is firing me.
Fox is starting to listen. But yeah, there's some things that definitely need to be fixed. I want to know for everybody watching, like Josh,
don't just keep going. I just want to know for context of the people that heard Josh has fired me. You're good.
For everybody watching, I want to know. I felt like it was noticeable that you could actually hear the cars.
Yeah, you guys were talking about that. So my ears tune things out sometimes. I don't remember ever like being like the cars need to be louder or vice versa.
I feel like for the last several years, like you don't hardly hear them. Like you can only hear the commentators for the most part. In fact, Friday during the trucks, I actually like noticed it more because it was almost too loud. You couldn't hardly hear the commentators speak. So
I was gonna say, like my biggest thing is I want to make sure I hear the commentators speak. And then also we had during the truck race this happened, where they play audio from some guy in the race, spotter, crew chief, driver, whoever it may be, and they'd put the text up because the audio's typically muffled. The cars are loud, correct? That lasted a whole 24 hours because once the Cup race started today, they stopped doing that again. And we had to crank the fucking TV volume up all the fucking way. And every time someone would come on there and do an audio clip, we'd have to tell everybody in the room, like, shh, shh.
Yeah.
Quentin says we don't need to hear the truck off.
We've got
worst broadcast of the week for sure, commentator-wise.
Yeah. Yep. And I won't go into that because I'll get myself in trouble. But
yeah, I
Wednesday we can get into Natalie Decker and you can talk all about that.
Which part? Because there's a lot.
There's a lot. We might have to have a whole segment devoted to that.
That's fine.
So there's a lot to uncover there before the race and during the race.
Was that was that the 35 car? I think it was.
Yes, it was. That's correct.
Okay. I had that realization about 30 minutes after. Yeah, okay. Yeah. We'll talk about that Wednesday. How's that for a tease? You guys good on everything else?
Yeah, I just want to say, be sure to check out, if you're interested in dirt content, we've got a live dirt show every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then we've got our asphalt show every Wednesday night at
7 Central.
Yeah, 7
this
Central.
Week? Are you switching it?
No, I couldn't remember what I said the first time, whether I said Eastern or Central, so I kind of messed up.
So if you ever have a question, it's on our Twitter, Facebook, Instagram that day. We'll have, if we have a guest. Sometimes we have surprise guests. But we'll have when it starts. And if it's not there, tweet us, ask. Because typically it just means Josh isn't answering his phone. We don't know if we're going to have 3 people or 4. So that's usually where the delay is coming.
But yeah, be sure to check us out on YouTube as well. We've got a lot of good content that's being posted, both dirt and asphalt. That includes infield beers for the dirt side, but also interviews, press conferences, all that stuff on the NASCAR side as well.
And if you're on social media, X.
You're on social media. They're Facebook, watching us on social media.
Instagram.
The only spot.
Check us out on all of those. We are active on all those platforms. We do a lot of different stuff, a lot of different places.
Especially if you're saying check out our Patreon as well.
Josh said, "Oh, come on now, Josh." I get every delay is like I got to make sure this time is okay for everybody because I don't want to make Josh rush home from work. And then he'll text me at 5:30 like, yeah, 7's fine, but I'll be like speeding home from work and he'll get in the door and get on the show and he's like falling over, panting because of how long it took him or how quick he tried to get home just to make the show. Connor's least favorite segment is clearly infield beers. Yeah, I don't have a fun time doing those. A lot of work, a lot of dedication put into them. Well, there is a lot of work that goes into those. I'm very much do like them. Thanks for listening, Josh. Thanks to everybody else for listening. Good crowd tonight for a live show, and I think that's part of big races want to get on here after these and tear them down. Sometimes shorter than this. Our goal was 30. We went 47. But I don't think anyone out there is going to complain for more content over less. So, Caleb, you got anything else, Noah?
If you're watching and you are upset that we went too long, reach out. We'll get you a refund.
No, we fucking won't. What are we? We can't refund anything.
Exactly. That's the point. And also,
I know, but you're but
if they're mad that it's going on too long, they could just leave.
Alternatively, if you like what we're doing and want to give us money, we are very interested in that.
Noah, what's your Twitter? Your racing Twitter.
N Nelson Racing is going to be my my racing Twitter, separate.
Noah wanted a separate Twitter. It's N Nelson Racing. Please go follow it.
Yes,
Racing.
Yeah, now I got employees of us asking for refunds.
Oh, sweet.
I'll get you a refund in a form of beer next time I see you, Quentin. I got you, buddy.
He said he's got it, but I'll buy the second. So
hey, there we go. 2-for-1 special over here at Always Race Day.
Okay, appreciate all you guys. Thanks for tuning into the stream. We'll be back Wednesday with the Asphalt Show, Tuesday with the Dirt Show. Plenty of stuff to talk about. Can't wait for it. See you guys then.